Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Frontier Force, the magical Yogscast Complete Pack adventures of Noobendorf, and Larry the Chupacabra. And when we last left off, we went on a marvelous adventure into the... Well, I say marvelous. We went into an adventure into the jungle, way off to my right, around this mountain. Nearly got fondled by various creatures and monsters, and we got some sheep. And Noob is here, and he has been encouraging them to vigorously reproduce for business purposes. That's the word we're going to use. He has turned them into regular old-fashioned prostitutes. I see Noob is wearing his lovely hat here, which is a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually wearing my painter's mask.
And as anyone watching my side of things would know, I had a bit of a boo-boo with the previous recording, so this is picking up from my single-player recording that I did for you guys. So over there would be where we went foraging for animals and what have you, which is our tropical rainforest neighbour. And all of Larry's gear is down there, like the sprinklers that he hooked up and what have you.
Yes.
And as you guys can see, I've been banging a few blocks together. So,
yeah, just a couple. Our Noobendorfenton Tower is taking shape.
This will be for
massively.
the benefit of both of us. It'll be for the benefit of both of us.
That's cool. I mean, it's Noobenton Chupacabra Industries.
Yeah, or Frontier Force.
Yes, Frontier Force. We should just
like
do
the name
that.
Suggests.
The Frontier Force Tower.
Yeah. And decorative crap out front. And you
got rid of those that Chinese glass that we were never going to speak of ever again.
Yeah. You're giving it away now. People know that I screwed things up.
That you were a bad boy.
Yeah, in the off time, I've done things like farming loads of the slime trees that we had. That's why we've got so many slime balls now. I've also been quarrying the living shit out of the local area, but inside the mountains and whatever, so that people won't know. Actually, come take a look. I'll show you the level of quarrying.
There's one thing that we both always kind of hated when we play with other people or we watched other people's videos of this sort of stuff, was when people leave pockmarked holes in the landscape, even if they fill them with water. Oh, good.
This was the first quarry that everyone would have seen us goofing around trying to set up first time and not getting to the right. This was the second.
Okay.
And this was 3 through 12, I think.
Holy crap!
Or maybe even more. All I know is I spent a lot of time logged in and just standing next to a quarry while it was pumping its stuff out.
Actually, we're lower down than I thought we were for sea level too.
Yeah, and as you can see in the far wall, there's actually a staircase that starts some way over there.
Yeah.
Because there was some resources down there that I wanted to go and get a few more of.
I see.
Yeah. So, there's this gaping square hole if ever we needed it.
And as I'm sure anyone would be aware, this would look like horse shit if it was on the surface.
Yeah. I mean, we could go around, we could, endeavour to make, rejuvenation bombs. But that's a lot of fucking work.
We could use it to grief the crap out of other people we bring in here.
Yeah. Shh.
I mean, we would never do that. Why would you say that?
The sales pitch. Oh, God. It's raining.
Regulate. The altar of the lords.
Yeah.
Dun.
I think I got there in time.
Thank goodness. Mad at us. We've recently pissed off the weather gods, Poseidon. Not Poseidon, Poseidon. He's the one in the clouds, not in the ocean. Poseidon and Lady Waterface. Those are the gods of the rain.
You started off well.
Yes, we made this altar to appease them. So we give this button a good old handy dandy, and the clouds stop trying to murder us. I think that's a fair trade-off. The gods get a handy dandy, and we don't get murdered.
Okay, so we've waffled on for a little while now.
Yeah.
So what is it we were going to get up to in this recording session?
Right. I want to make some fish traps, which is going to require all the string ever, and I still have some shears. They're in my inventory. Yeah. You told me you had a sag mill.
The machinery bits and pieces that I've whipped up over here. which is like...
Good grief, you've been busy, sir.
Well, this is... Someone's probably, like, furiously ripping their dick off right now because, like, this is probably horribly inefficient how I've hooked things up. These, I'm not really sure how to hook... Have you just put an apple in there?
No, I put wool in there from our adventure, sir.
Oh, okay. I just saw the apple in your hand and I feared the worst.
It's got power, which this is powered via these cables from... Yeah. If you don't remember, Noob went on a mountain climbing expedition somewhat off camera. He put a giant platform up there, and he put the windmills up there so they don't sound like crap when we're down here.
Since then, I rejiggered the wires a little bit. They actually run in a straight line now, going through part of the mountain. As you can see, they disappear. Oh. They're a little bit more concealed, just to make it look a little bit better. Yes. I actually upgraded them, because as the quarries were running, we were getting like an absolute surplus of iron and stuff. So I had more than enough materials to make the next... I probably even got the materials to make the next set of wires. But all you need to upgrade these universal cables is the previous type of cable and then another material, which I think it's enriched alloy.
This isn't a closed-off room. You just have this random door.
I know. That's because eventually my idea was that there would be like a wall of machinery here, and that would be a way to get around the back of it all.
Clever.
But at the moment, me too stupid to think up any other machine.
Okay, so I need a bunch of string. I'm gonna go shear those sheep and not do other things that New Zealanders taught me. And I'll be right back. What are you gonna work on right now?
Well, I'm gonna, for kind of jumping the gun a bit, I'm gonna run some cables out to your farming shack, just for when you get around to having machinery down there. And then I figured that we kind of got two choices because we've been a little bit lucky and we're nearby to that like office building underwater, or since we've now got quite a lot of obsidian in the other storage wing type thing place, barrels, bullshit over here, and we've got obsidian, we could always just wall off an area in here somewhere and make a nether portal.
Why don't
go and check things out on that side?
Do you still have those balconies where we were eventually going to put my auto farms?
Yeah.
Why don't we turn this one into temporary nether portalage, and then we'll just...
Well, the thing is with the nether portal, I mean, how it used to work was that only players could go through, but obviously entities can come through now as well, as long as they can fit in there.
Oh, that's thrilling.
And there are more bad guys.
I have an idea
because of the mod pack.
Let's put it over the giant scary pit in the mountain that you made with the quarry.
Okay. Yeah, right.
No,
all right. I'll make a
portal to that.
I'll make a gantry that leads out.
Yes, portal that leads to giant scary monsters.
Alrighty then. So, okay. Well, in that case, I'll get on to wiring.
Yes, and I'm gonna go shear some sheep.
Okay. Oh, if you've got any experience that you want to upload, by the way, there's a grate over here you can step on.
Oh, it's like the wet dry vac they use at the old folks' home.
It'll just pump it into some tanks that are underground.
Oh, wow. And you put in some other voodoo here. We have these fancy elevators.
Well, it's either that or we end up with like staircases all over the... Where did you go up or down?
I went down. I'm a wizard.
I replaced the floor with concrete. We've got horses back here.
Yeah, here we go. Here's where that grate comes in. It sucks to our butts all this XP into this tank. I'm presuming there's a filter for the other stuff, like the corn and stuff up there.
Yeah.
Ah, neat.
That's what the grate's for. It also collects your keys. And then the rest of these tanks have just been like pumping any other liquids that I came across into them.
That is sweet, and you even made some liquid redstone.
I don't know why I did that. We ended up with so much damn spare redstone. I was just upstairs.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, he can show you later. He has got so many chests full of redstone blocks, it's unreal. So I was saying that he should be looking out for extra redstone for us to make a bunch of machines. Turns out I didn't have to fear anything. And he's also got a bunch of liquid poison, so if we need to send any care packages to any orphans or nuns or anything, we're set. Alright, get to your bed. I'm gonna go sleeping in mine.
Okay.
I want it to be daylight so that monsters don't try to touch my backside.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I suppose I can get...
We'll make this a little bit longer, this first episode, back in our new recording session, just because we gotta do some stuff first. Well, some of the stuff.
Yeah, and I kind of had to explain a bunch of shit that I've done between episodes.
This man gets busy. He doesn't screw around, except when he screws around.
I'll try not to do too much like progress in between episodes, unless I think it's particularly laborious, like setting up quarries or whatever. Or anything that's not interesting to see.
The orchard I laid out before we took off.
What about?
Remember I laid out that orchard plot?
The slime orchard.
Eventually I'm going to dump all the slime saplings, because the ones that I planted in a previous episode have subsequently been turned into slime balls. Which I'll have to go back and get.
That's enough. But in the saplings and plants chest up here, dude, if you want them.
Oh, yeah, that's I'm going to get right on that.
Again? Yeah, there's like 200 of them in there.
Holy crap, how many did you replant?
Yeah, it was good time.
I'm also going to set up these bushes somewhere better.
The berry bushes,
yeah. They're just kind of here.
I just kind of womped them down. I think you can make... There's like a recipe to do with them, I think.
Is there? Let's look. Berry. Whoops, that was berry with a 7. This isn't leet speak. Alright, we have essence berries, or we do need to find ore berries. There's a thingy.
Yeah, they need specific growing conditions as well. And to be honest, ore berries are a less efficient way of making metals and stuff. We might as well end up just going for magical crops.
Oh, you can use them as fuel, that's about it.
Oh.
You use them and you use like the berries to make some sort of binding element when you make different pipes and conduits.
Yeah. I think also this concrete's starting to piss me off a bit. I might end up looking into Thorncraft.
Okay. Sounds legit.
Just for the sake of... Because with Thorncraft there's an item called the Traveller.
The Traveller.
And Boots of the Traveller would allow us to run around like we're on this concrete, except for we've got a lot more control.
Oh, are those the ones that you said didn't require you to hop up slight inclines?
Yeah, you can just walk up. It's like riding a horse.
Oh, you dang right you want that. Spicy bugger. And
also you can jump higher, and I think you've also take a little bit reduced fall damage too. Although don't quote me on that because I could be talking bullshit.
Yeah, because if I take that a little too seriously, I'll whiff it off into that quarry hole and die. That's something I would do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. One thing that I do want your next area of your animal farm, if you please, is try and find some people of the Moo.
Ah, the Moo people.
Yeah.
Those are the Czechoslovakian folk. Yeah, they are on my to-do list, because I do wish to use their skin.
Cows are on your to-do list, are they?
They are.
Is there something you're trying to confess?
It's my bucket list. You know, they say try everything at least once. I didn't know they weren't quite so literal with things of the fairer sex.
Oh. Well, this was convenient. I wanted to run wires to your farm, and here I am.
Oh, yeah. Well, remember you had that sinister pathway that you left me.
No. No, I've just tried digging a trench straight to your... Well, in the direction of your farm.
Are you in that storage room?
And I came out inside here.
Oh. This will be my machine room.
Okay, well, it can be where we hook things up to.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. It's a good starter.
I've just got a back dig, and then I'll come back down here again with a cable.
Okay.
And you can hook whatever you like up to it. If I can, I'll also make you like a stack of spare cables.
Oh, I know the other thing we can do. We can make a chicken pit.
Do I want to know why?
Well, if you get them hungry enough, they'll eat just about anything you throw in there. So if anyone pisses us off, we could just huck them in the chicken pit. It's like a gladiatorial arena, except the chickens are scared and confused. Actually, no, it's exactly the same thing. Never mind. Oh, wait, I need those slime balls, too. Yeah, I wonder if we have any.
well, if you want to eat any of them, there's also some in the food chest.
Yes. Yeah.
You got I think also if we
can use them to make name tags and bouncy blocks, though.
Yeah, I think also if you make the blue ones, you make an area out of the blue congealed slime blocks, I think you can start getting the blue slime spawning.
Ooh.
I think. Don't quote me on that one, but that was something that I caught on the grapevine.
I will look that up later. That seems like a thing that research is required for. Oh, you aren't kidding. You have got a gajillion saplings. I don't know that I'm going to use nearly this many.
Well, I found out you can use them like normal saplings, in which if you don't care about the aesthetics, you can just slap them all down right next to each other, and they will still grow.
Huh.
And then if you use my Tinker's Construct axe, which is in my tool rack down by the smeltery...
Oh, yeah! You said you had something for me in my bedroom.
Yeah. I totally had an awesome mattock for you that I made from Tinker's Construct, made out of rare and expensive materials that we'll never see again. And then you accidentally deleted it.
All right, quiet you.
So now you have to make do with a feckin' steel one. Enjoy.
What? I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to. We were flying around and my inventory was full. That's what happens when we visit friends on the server and we can't teleport to them, you bastard.
So yeah, for anyone who would be curious of it, the Tinker's Construct stuff, the tools and gear that you make out of there, they've got extra abilities and whatever. Like the mattock that I've made for Larry, it acts like an axe, a shovel, and also you can right-click as if it was a hoe as well. And the lumber axe that I've made, if you've ever heard of a minor mod called Tricapitator, basically you chop a block of wood, and it will chop down to a degree. It does have a limit that it can affect, but it will chop down every subsequent block that block is attached to. So an entire tree comes down in one chop, and it uses durability relative to the amount of wood that it chops down.
Gosh darn voodoo.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna end up making 6 fish traps. This actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
You and your Saggy Mill.
Excuse me?
I mean, you and your Sag Mill. That chops up things into smaller things. It doesn't sound like a piece of anatomy that looks like a fried egg hung over a nail. So, the trick with these fish traps, I'm actually going to have a nibble, is these pretty much just catch fish like lobster pots. And I have got to put them so that they are encased in water. Which is why if I stop screwing up this thing, I will... Actually, I'm just going to put them on the bottom. That wood can just stay there. Then I'll just dig up this sand. Be all fancy. That's the first 3 down here. And I'll be able to just walk on the sandbar to affect them. And the fish traps, they'll just catch any old thing in the water. Including, as I'm sure you might hilariously consider, old boots and stuff. Which are my favorite. You know how much I like other people's old crap. Alright.
Old people's crap?
No, other people's old crap. I don't need old people crap. There's enough of that in politics. I mean, something that sounds a lot more civilized, that I might say. Like something about butt touching.
Okay.
Yes. So what, you know anything about those office buildings in Noobarino?
Well, they would. That's a mob dungeon by one of the mods that's in the pack. It's can't remember their actual name, but they're like if you ever play World of Warcraft, they're like Naga, the bad guys that should spawn in there.
Naga, please.
So, like fish people, essentially.
Filthy mermen
and there will
ladies.
be an awful lot of them down there, but there'll also be an awful lot of loot, which is why I wanted you to look into trying to procure some cattle, so that we could maybe get some bags made up. So it's either that, or we could always just ferry items backwards and forwards. That's fine as well. I was just trying to think of a way.
Why don't we do this? Because I'm fairly certain that backpacks are hella expensive. And
I'm not. I know it's leather to make them, but I think you have to like then tan the leather or something.
Yeah, tan leather requires even more leather. I think they require just like a metric boatload. We're gonna have to kill like half of the moo people species as I slowly almost drown, and that's kind of a lot of work. So what I'm thinking is we just bring some extra chests, because chests are cheap to make. We bring, because we are cheap for the moment, we bring a force wrench. We have, I believe we have enough materials to make a force wrench. Force wrenches are going to allow us to plunk down a chest, and then everything inside of it will stay inside of it when we smack it with the force wrench, and we can just take it with us. It's all incredibly fancy. And so what I'm doing right now is I just need to make sure that these fish traps have got, that their faces touch water, each one of their faces, and they should immediately start catching stuff.
Holy shit, I had just enough cable.
Aha!
I don't have to make any more.
At least until I need to hook it up to the machines.
Oh, damn it. Well, that's why I've started running another line out to you, which is just a transfer node.
Okay.
So I can basically mail you stuff now.
Oh, don't drown, damn it. Oh, come on. Alright, sweet. And it's almost nighttime again. So that's it for this episode, everybody. Join us again next time for more Frontier Force with Noobendorf and Larry Chupacabra as we finish setting up these lovely fishing traps. And I'll kind of tend to my farm in the interim. And we'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that fancy little boxy with the other person's picture on the index page so you can check out what that other cool person is doing with all of their footage. Until next time, have a good one, everybody.